YouTube. This is a response to Got That Funk, which, Got That Funk, if you're watching, you're like one of my favorite subscribers or subscriptions ever. Like, you're one of the most unique people on YouTube, and I really like unique people. But this is a response to Got That Funk, his video titled Magic Music. And he asked if anybody had any music that had, or any songs that had changed their life in some way, that had some big significance. And I did have one of those about 2.5 years ago. I had a song that did quite that. Just some quick background. That was freshman year of college, and before college I hadn't done really anything. I wasn't social at all. I'm not necessarily an introverted person. In reality, I'm a pretty big extrovert naturally, but I had some issues back then in high school and stuff, and so in high school I didn't really do many things in life. I had, just a couple friends, rarely hung out. And then when college came, the first 3 or 4 months, I was very active. I remember the first day that I was at college, I even forgot to eat food for the first day until 9 p.m. Like, everybody I had met in my hall, my engineering hall, I just got together with instantly, and we just all hung out and had tons of fun. And so for the first 3 or 4 months of school, it was just mind-blowing. It was just such a big difference for me that it was really life-changing. It was the biggest change I've ever had in my entire life. And there was a song that I had listened to about 3 or 4 months in to my freshman year of college that really kind of that embodied that change. And it's called Your Heart is an Empty Room by Death Cab for Cutie, which I know, I'm a girl, admit it. I'm okay with it. I'm a girl. That's how I am. But that was the song that really hit me, that really embodied my change for those 3 or 4 months in college. And it actually fit me so well that I kind of broke down all the lyrics in that song and what they meant to me. And then after I had done this, I actually posted this description on the front of my dorm room, along with other quotes and everything, but this is the main thing that I posted on there. And so now I think I'm just going to read, my description of that I have, that I had written down 2 years ago. I found it on my hard drive a couple days ago, and I was just about to do a video about it before Got That Funk put it out. So here it is. I'm just going to be reading it off, so, if you want to actually watch something else, there's no really point looking at the actual video at this point. It's just going to be the audio. So this is the stuff that I had written down 2 years ago about this song. I surprised myself with how open I am about all this stuff, but I don't know, I feel like just letting it all go. I love this song, Your Heart is an Empty Room by Death Cab for Cutie, because it just fits my life so much. I was bored tonight, so I decided to break it down. First 3 lines. Burn it down till the embers smoke on the ground, and start new when your heart is an empty room, with walls of the deepest blue. To me, this is how I've basically changed so much in the past 2 years of my life, or 2 months of my life. I could say it's a change, but to me, I've just become more of my true self, having something blocking the true me beforehand. That's why I think these lines fit me so well. Burning down all that's been attached to me, leaving only myself. Next 5 lines. Home's face, how it ages when you're away. Spring blooms and you find the love that's true. But you don't know now what to do, because the chase is all you know, and she stopped running months ago. For me, I changed the she to myself. It's so weird now. Whenever I think about it, I'm always so shocked to find myself truly happy. I didn't really even know how much fun life could be. These lines applied to me makes me think, college starts and you'll finally find yourself. But now you have no idea what to do because you've been searching for yourself for all of your life. And now you've stopped searching months ago. Next two lines. And all you see is where else you could be when you're at home. And out on the street are so many possibilities to not be alone. This is a big one for me. I've had a couple days in college when I still feel down because I now know how much more I could get out of life, and I look back to see how little I actually got out of life in the past. The second line also gets me down a little because there was a ton of possibilities for me to have fun in the past, but I just didn't do any of it. I just didn't pursue it. I remember how lonely and dead I felt through high school, and I never ever want that to happen again. So in sorts, this song helps me to move on, you know? Next four lines. The flames and smoke climbed out of every window and disappeared with everything you held dear. But you shed not a single tear for the things you didn't need, 'cause you knew you were finally free. I see this as about a month ago. I had basically completely become myself and was loving life, though I still didn't get it. I was still hesitant to completely engulf myself with what was around me, until one night. I was simply going on a walk by myself, when it simply hit me. People want to hang out with you. You still may be a really weird person, but people actually enjoy hanging out with you. It just made me realize that I had purpose here, that I have value. I cried, walking over 2 miles, crying the entire time. It was insane. I had never cried before 8th grade, so it was pretty damn big. It had been over around 5 years since I had cried beforehand. It was kind of ironic for me too, because even though I did shed tears, but not for my past, it was because I truly did feel free from that moment on. I had a revelation, if you could call it. Last 6 lines. 'Cause all you see is where else you could be. When you're at home, out on the street, so many possibilities to not be alone. And all you see is where else you could be. When you're at home, there on the street, there are so many possibilities to not be alone. And I love this last part. It reminds me of the past, but the 5th line, there on the street, reminds me of that now I'm in a position to change all that, to have a happy, fulfilling life that I can look back on and just smile. And you know what? That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Anyways, YouTubes, see you later.